bodhicitta is that you want to attain to Buddhahood, focusing sentient beings who are in the samsara, who are suffering. So those sentient beings in the samsara who are helpless, confused, nothing but only suffering one after another. So they all desire to free from suffering. So you cultivate them, so mind to establish them to the enlightened state, Buddhahood. So you desire, you wish all sentient beings established to Buddhahood. That's called aspiration bodhicitta. You aspire that. Then next, once you aspire to all sentient beings to attain Buddhahood, we are not yet Buddha. No, even though we have cultivated the aspiration bodhicitta, what we should do to accomplish that mind, aspiration bodhicitta. Then there comes action bodhicitta, also practicing generosity. All the generosity practice, all mind, physical, mind, all soul, we are kind of say confined. So you open up mind, body fully and practice generosity. Generosity is not necessarily giving wealth, but the mind first let's just open up. Like for example, Milarepa has nothing to give, but he perfected the action bodhicitta. He released all the attachment. See, releasing the attachment is the first practice of generosity. See, so giving wealth and giving fearlessnesses, those who have fear of death, fear of the water, fear of the fire, and so forth, protecting them, giving like medicine. All this is the practice of generosity, and sharing this wisdom, Buddha's wisdom to all, loving kindness, compassion. Those who don't know, it's called giving wisdom, giving skill, being generous. So this all count as the practice of generosity. So being available for others. And we do this without any expectation, without any reward, You just do what you can and don't expect. And when you do this, then your mind is so relaxed, because you have no expectation. If we do this with expectation, it's like a business. This much I give, how much I will get back. It's exchanging. So we just free from this. Just do things what you can. Like today, when I give these talks, I should in my mind, I should have a mind, just a pure mind, to share the Buddha's wisdom, to make sure you understood. This is my responsibility. After giving this talk, then I don't expect anything. And then see, you feel so good. Then you feel, today I'm being so happy, being service to the Buddha, service to the Dharma practitioners, like this. So this is we all try to practice. It's got this action, you see, because you want to help others with loving kindness, compassion. You see, bodhicitta is the indispensable path towards enlightenment. So practicing the generosity is part of this. So Bodhitta is a consummate path towards enlightenment. So it's so precious, you see. Great bodhisattvas, as soon as when they hear somebody asking, can you give me something, a bowl of water, and then that bodhisattvas feel so happy. Today I'm getting a chance to practice some generosity, to give a bowl of the water. What a precious opportunity, So like these things. And then next practice of the Bodhitta, the moralities. Moral ethics means avoiding all the cause of suffering. Like say taking life. Lay people, sexual misconduct. Those who are celibate and sexual activities. Then taking things from others without permissions and telling lie. If you don't know, so you pretend you know them, or you say yes I know. So then there are more others, So telling lies, and then engaging in the disharmony, using harsh words, and then you see idle talks. So these are just wasting time. We don't have much time. So we use those. These are the action we take on the base of the bodhicitta to build the strength of the bodhicitta. And then, avoiding all these non-virtuous activities physically, and then mentally, the covetousness, malicious thought, and wrong view, avoiding avoiding the non-virtuous action, which are the direct root cause of the suffering in the society. You look at the society, Don't say this morality is outdated. No, because of this so gross on these non-virtuous acts, mentally, physically, the world is such a chaos. All the undesirable kind of confusions, wars, disputes, all come from these non-virtuous thoughts and the action. So instead, you respect others' life, protect others' life, speaking the truth. Keep your moral ethics, and keep your moralities, not telling lie. Always be harmonious. And then mind the absence of covetousness, malicious thoughts, wrong view. So these are positive moral ethics. If we keep those, the world is much better. And our life is also more peaceful. There's no fear in the society, So how precious they are. This is nothing to the Buddhism. It's the universal reality nature. If we share this wisdom to the society everywhere, the world is much better place to live, Where we are not keeping them, and then we just ask, why this whole world is going bad and bad? Why, Because we are creating the cause. So for the enlightenment, this is the one that we do. Then you make your mind more purer, and don't derail from the path. Follow into the right path. And So this is called action bodhicitta. So this Buddha said, first don't harm others. Abstain from harming others. Then said, after practicing that, then start helping others, benefiting others. See, then just next, patience or forbearance, bear the difficulties, build the courage. A lot of anger is manifested out of fear. When there's fear, then there comes the anger. When it agitates your ego, then there's fear, then anger comes. Your aggressive manifests. See? So for that, when you have no fear, when your mind is built in the courage, there's nothing to be feared. When there's nothing to be feared, then there's no anger can manifest. So we need a wisdom, we need compassion to this. So the fourth perseverance, the fourth perfection, third one is the forbearance. Then the fourth is called diligence. Diligence with joy. You create, such a great diligence on the base of the joy. You make effort. It's called joyous effort. Make effort joyfully. Like say, when you go in the outside, it's heat, hot. Now this surrounding is so hot. Now you are looking for special place to hide from this heat. And if you find a giant tree, very cooling place, you just rush there, go running with joyfully, you see. Even it may take some time, but just you are looking forward to get there. Oh, there's a place to go. So let's get some kind of cooling, So that's called joyous effort. Making effort joyfully. In the samsara, people saw their suffering for no purpose. Like look at this, the fishermen, they go to the ocean to fish. Oh, this, risking their life. The storm comes sometimes, they are just totally, the storm just take over, But still they make so much effort. They risk their life to gain something, to profit something, We are practicing to free from samsara, joyfully. It's called joyous effort. Look at the farmers in the hot. They have to make effort so much in the hot, working in the field, the sunshine, the rain, the thunderstorms, in the samsara, everybody's working so hard, And some of the business people, they're just running here and there. Sometimes they miss breakfast, sometimes miss their lunch, Still they're working hard to become successful. Just for this life. We practice in Dharma. Sometimes maybe some mentally not so, peaceful, but we practice this joyfully. I'm so fortunate I can do it. These mental afflictions are nothing but impermanent, transitory nature. They are just adventitious. No, I can do it. So that's called diligence, based on wisdom, compassion. So that's called action bodhicitta. Not just only to yourself, but to help millions and millions of the sentient beings. Sometimes even the one leader of the country cannot help the rest of the people in the country, only partial. Whatever group they belong to. Here, bodhicitta, impartial to all those who are gifted, those who are suffering, those who are unable. You just do this without expectation, and just know that you just meditate in the mind. First, I don't have enough ability to do this, but I have to arm myself. I practice this, build strength in my mind. I take refuge in Buddha. So Buddha who taught these Dharma teachings. So I just take refuge in Dharma that I study, practice. I take refuge in Sangha, the great masters, great bodhisattvas. I ask their guidance. We just meditate on this. So take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and keep these precepts, and then follow the diligence to practice the bodhicitta. How precious this is. Read the life stories of great masters in the past. To get some dharma, they made a journey for days, go through great precipices on the path. But they did this just Dharma. Dharma cannot be replaced by any means. All the samsaric things, they can come and go. But Dharma, we cannot let go. Because, up until now, there's only one Buddha came. Last for over 600 years, only one Buddha. And we're starting practicing Buddha's teaching. In the past, there many Buddha came because due to we haven't made a connection, so we haven't met Buddha, so we are here. So now I must make effort to achieve that, to see Buddhas, so that one day I become Buddha. Because Buddha nature is within me. So I'm so fortunate. Then I can die without regret. If possible, I die joyfully. So this keep in the bodhicitta, keep in your heart. When you die, so may appreciation beings achieve the Buddhahood. It's so precious. Then the fifth one is called samadhi, meditative concentration. So we need mind in the right place, not scattered to all directions, here, there, no. When the mind is scattered, then it's very difficult to contemplate, to organize the mind to practice bodhicitta. So samadhi, mindfulness, always there. So as mentioned, the three training, the training of the generosity, moral ethics, patience, they are the part of the morality. Keep the morality in your heart. When the morality is there, then your mind is more well established. Mind is made such a great ground. On the ground of the moralities, then there is a samadhi, stability of the mind, the clarity of the mind. The mind is so clear. And you appreciate, you relax. Then we get the joy from when the mind is calm and peaceful. So that's the greatest joy you can get. Then when the mind is well established, samadhi, physically, mentally well established, then there comes the sixth one, the awareness of wisdom, or wisdom awareness, critical insight. Then you can see directly the cause of the samsara. And you get total opportunity to uproot the root cause of this samsara. So the 6 parameters are within in the 3 training. So this, we meditate on this. So this, you can, those who have studied jewel ornament liberation, all these 6 parameters are explained very precisely, clearly, not too much. There's some books you can find so much, but jewel ornament liberation gives you just right amount of, not too much, not too little. All the important things put together. So how to cut through our self-ego. There's the ego, the self of the person, self of the phenomena. As mentioned this morning, when right now you just see this phenomena, this is a phenomena. You're holding this bell is real. You're grasping, it's the self of the phenomena. Then when you investigate, this morning you mentioned display the sound, you go all the details, then it's just an illusion. Nothing is to exist independently. It's just play of the illusion. Like the cloud in the sky. Then you are cutting through the self, the phenomena self. So this we need a critical wisdom. It's not something Buddhists believe, but this is something interdependent cause, how to free from the suffering of samsara. We cannot achieve Buddhahood just by saying prayers, so may I achieve Buddhahood. May I free from the samsara. Buddha, please give me the power. May we all sentient beings free from the cause of samsara. I look for the most powerful deity who can help me, And you do those meditation, chant the mantra, No matter how much you say prayers, chant the mantras, but without these 3 training, not possible. You can imagine, Sometimes you have heard of Let's say pray the 100 million mantras of such for world peace. How many mantras are saying in the world, in different parts of the world? How much really peace is there? It's not that the deities, those beings have no power. They have, but we are not getting together. We are not putting together all the causes and conditions that one has to happen. If you make a fire with woods, you have to collect all the woods in a place. No, you get one piece is not enough. If the wood is dry, wet, cannot make the fire. So you need a real dry, a collection of the woods kindled together. And you need, that is not enough. We need something to know how to make fire. So how much you need interdependence on this. We just said, today I want to make a lunch and I want to have the fire. I don't have electricity, I don't have the gasoline fire, I need some wood fire. So I pray to Buddha, to God, so give me some, please give me blessings so that I can get a lunch, and no matter how much you pray, you can't get it, isn't it? Because all the interdependence are not there. So you have to, first you need what you need, and then you have to collect all the causes and conditions together. That's called interdependence. I think I have one quote by Nagarjuna. I hope this is right. Not there when I need it. Maybe it's inside here. It's not here. Oh, here, yes. Here, I will read this and you tell me what he said. Within the treasury, within the treasury of Buddha's words, there is none so precious, so profound as this, and those who see that things dependently arise do see the Buddha. Understand? Perfect knower of the truth. Buddha said that. This is Nagarjuna saying what Buddha said. Within the treasury of Buddha's words, there is none so precious, so profound as this, and those who see that things dependently arise do see the Buddha, you see. So it precisely says the statue is not Buddha. painting on the wall is not the Buddha. Those who see the dependently arising, those who understand the interdependent arising, to see the Buddha. It's free from all obscurations. So you have such an acute mind, clear, precise, can see the interdependent nature. No, you see, where, where the butter is come from. Oh, milk.
Store.
Are you definite stores are the where the butter come from?
Cow before store.
You go to what's it called? All there's shoe store. Can you get a butter from there? You see, so it's not different. It's shoes. You can get the shoes, not the butter.
Who bought it out?
So you see. You go to a restaurant, ask, can you sell me a butter? The restaurant may say, we don't have butter for you. It's a store too, See? So you see, butters come from milk. Is the milk butter? We don't call milk as butter. If you say other people the milk is butter, you think your mind is not so right in the right place. Something is wrong with you, Butter is butter. But butter is come from milk. But milk is not butter. And then you say, this butter come from the milk. You ask, is this milk, this butter, is this butter is milk? Because without milk, there's no butter. And people say, no, this is not milk. So this is the butter. You see? So that's called interdependent. It cuts the two extreme, eternalist, nihilist. Okay, so that's it. Who has the wisdom to know these things? There's something, a precision mind. To have that mind requires the three training. See, without this three training, you cannot have that mind. And without that mind, you cannot free from samsara. You understand all this interdependent, interconnected. So we need a good teacher who can explain about this. That's why I see in the histories, Nagarjuna said this, Nagarjuna said that, because Nagarjuna can explain these things. All his students appreciate it. Likewise, Jigta Sungam, who could teach this interdependent. So he has hundreds and thousands of disciples. They gathered, receive teachings, and they are free from samsara because of this skill. So to free from samsara, it's not enough just doing something, chanting some mantra, but you need very precision, wisdom. See, so that these are called ultimate bodhicitta. Related bodhicitta, when I was explaining the action bodhicitta and the aspiration bodhicitta, see, then this called relative bodhicitta. We accumulate all the merits, all the wisdoms we put together. That's why it's called interdependent. It's not just something dry mind, some intellectual dry mind. Your mind has to be very soft, very gentle. That's why we need the practice of the loving kindness, compassion. If we cannot release our arrogance, cannot comprehend. That's you see, to really soften the mind of Milarepa, how Marpa treated Milarepa, why Marpa need to make so bad Milarepa. It's not because of Marpa was so mean, but because the Marpa has such a great responsibility, wisdom and compassion to help Milarepa to free from samsara, to establish Buddha's teaching in the world. And his Marpa saw directly in Milarepa's all the potentials. And Marpa is that kind of courageous mind. So he has no fear. All the local people say, you are so bad, you are treating that person so badly, Sometimes we have a fear, Oh, people talking bad about me, I cannot do this. But Marpa has no fear. Marpa knows how to handle things. So when Milarepa is enlightened, then you see everybody appreciated Marpa. Marpa's skill. Marpa's what's called bravery of the Marpa. The skill, the wisdom. And Milarepa said, I met a teacher who is Buddha in the human form. Otherwise, nowadays, if you see like this, what do you think? They will put Marpa in the prison. You know that, You see, this is not right. This is not a human right, All those things will come out, you see. Even that time, the local people, they don't respect Marpa so much. And from outside, far from outside, when they heard of the great translator of Marpa, when they come to that village and ask, we heard this great Marpa, the translator of, who met the teacher, Narupa, the local people say, oh, we don't know such great Marpa, translator this. There's called Lama Marpa, So this is what I'm saying is, needs such a brave mind, not deluded brave mind, the bringing all into suffering, but creating enlightened mind, and then to discard the samsara, to discard samsara without any fear, and establishing enlightenment, you see, occasionally. But Marpa told Milarepa, as I treated you, now you cannot do this anymore. You see, Mahaprabhu precisely said, you cannot treat as I treated you, other students. But we have to understand the bravery of the Marpa, great wisdom the Marpa has. Sometimes people don't appreciate when you're talking loud because they don't understand. So here now, to complete what we are having, what we read, having taken them all up with the Bodhittas, now practicing of loving kindness, compassion, and Bodhitta in the system of the paramitas. What is paramita? Paramita? Oh.
Perfection is what's coming up.
Perfection.
Virtuous deeds.
Perfection.
Bodies.
Param is Sanskrit is paramita, paramita. Param is go beyond, transcendent. Transcendent means transcend. What means transcend?
To go beyond, to traverse.
So go beyond. Ita means get there, reach there, reach beyond. Mean beyond samsara. Okay. Beyond samsara. So to get the beyond samsara is what I'm talking about, the 6 paramitas, 6 perfections. Your practice the 6 paramitas and dedicate the rule, the virtue to complete awakening. You see, then last one is dedication. Dedication is so important. What you do, you dedicate. If I dedicate me to become famous, I do all these things, all the wonderful things, I did it, may I become so famous. Excuse me?
Wrong view.
Yes. Then you become famous and you enjoy, I am so famous. That's it. How much you get things from that? You get just nothing. Only you become famous. What do you do famous? Fame. Fame will not give you fame will not give you wealth. Fame will not give you good health. Fame will not give you peace, happiness. You think you feel happy when you are famous, but actually the fame will give you so much worries. If I decline this my fame, then I'm in trouble, So you have to preserve, protect your fame, reputation. So this is not the way how to dedicate. You dedicate this by these all virtuous actions, virtuous practice of the generosity, moral ethics, patience, diligence, samadhi, and the critical insight, enlightenment mind. This all I put together by the power of this, may every sentient beings free from samsara achieve enlightenment. And you dedicate that. You give to the sentient beings for their enlightenment. And then you just rejoice it. So I said, I'm so happy. In this, it's here, you see, it's not here. There's some other books mentioned. Jitra Sangha said, what went wrong, what we went wrong, not attend Buddhahood, were coming from limitless lifetimes, beginningless lifetimes, still are not free from samsara. What happened? Because we didn't know how to dedicate. Like you go to temple or church, you kindle a candle, burn incense, you bow down, then you say prayer, I have a problem, please help me to solve the problem. I'm sick, please give me the power to free myself from the sickness. I'm doing some business, may my business become successful. We just dedicate for that. And it happens that way. And you're finished. So instead, as I mentioned, even you did one frustration, if you just offer one piece of incense, you just make offering to all the enlightened beings. By this, may every sentient beings free from samsara, achieve enlightenment. Also, may everyone have peace and happiness. May everybody free from the suffering. May they all achieve Buddhahood. We just dedicate without expectation. And that will bring the result. So that's why he said, and dedicate the roots of virtue to complete awakenings, to attain complete Buddhahood. In the system of the mantras then, and so up to this is the system of the Sutra. All the Sutra systems, there's so many books written, as you see, like Jewel Ornament of Liberation, or like the Nagarjuna's writing, Madhyamika systems, Asanga's writings, and all the sutras, that's Lanka Avatara, Dashabhumi Sutra. So all this is a sutra system. Okay. All those teachings are in the 6 parameters. Then the mantra is Vajrayana. Okay. In the Vajrayana, what do we have? There's initiation. I'm sure you have received so many initiations or empowerments. Is there anybody who hasn't received any initiations? Everyone has received initiation, isn't it? Empowerments. How much your enlightenment is. Oh, okay. Maybe I told you this story before. The contradictory story of owls. Owls, you know owls?
Owls.
Owls. It's called contradictory story of owls. Owls, Owls, you see, owl's eyes is very red, red, round, very red. And his head is very flat, on the top, And somebody Not the eyes, first of all. His, what do you call his leg? What is it called that?
Cows.
Oh, cow.
Talons.
Claw. His claws are very callous. No. So somebody asked, that also not. No, sorry, not. No. His ear, lot of hair inside, full of hairs in his ears. This one, yes. And said, why your head is so flat? He said, because I received so many empowerments. They put a lot of vases on my head, Every time I receive empowerment, the vase is put on my crown, So my head used to be really higher, but because I received so many empowerments, my head become flat, Then they asked, then why your ears so many hairs, feathers, hair? Because I have received awards of Dharma teachings. And then they said, why your eyes are so red? He said, because I've eaten so greasy food, When you eat a lot of greasy food, then your eyes become red. And then produces, some, jaundice, jaundice, And why the claw is so cracking many pieces? What? Because I haven't seen any oil. So it's so dry, my hand. So this is called contradictory story of the owls. So we are like this. You have received so many empowerments. Each different teacher comes, they give you empowerment, isn't it? And sometimes you receive hundreds of empowerments within a few weeks, So at the end of all the program, how many empowerments you receive? Oh, this, you count all the empowerments. Now, what's the benefit you got? I don't know. So anyway, mantras is Tantra, Vajrayana teachings, involve first empowerment ceremony. Then after received empowerment ceremony, then there's teachings called arising stage, completion stage. After being received all the empowerments, then you receive the teachings how to arise yourself into the deities, how to establish yourself as a Tara, as a Chenresi, as a Manjushiri, as a Vajrayogini, all those things, Chakra Samvara, all this you have received, Kala Chakra, all this, is called arising stage. Once you receive all those teachings, you have practiced all this, then so that's called completion stage. Then how to chant mantra, the light goes out, come back, purify yourself, purify sentient beings, purify whole universe. All this you're supposed to do this very diligently. Then this called that completion stage with a sign, without sign. Then at the end of the session, this all dissolve into emptiness. Like when you in relation to this Vajrayana teachings, then there comes chakra channels, and how to practice the bindus and all this, chakras, channels, bindus, all this, And then you're supposed to be very skilled at this practice. And then enlightenment is so fast. And you receive a lot of those empowerments and teachings, how much your enlightenment is closer. I guess, not yet, see. So it's just a story. You receive all the chakras, therefore there are 3 channels, 4 chakras, all this, and then all the count, all this, go this, then you meditate, all this, this, and how much heat you have produced. Not so much. Because we don't have diligence, because we don't have samadhi. We don't have first we don't have the morality, moral ethics as a foundation. Then we don't have samadhi. Then we don't have wisdom to capture the benefit of these all practices. Just for example, when Gambupa was meditating, practicing in the Katamba school, his shamatha was so powerful. He can stay without any food for days. And he breathes once a day. Because his mind was so calm. And we have to breathe so fast. And then occasionally we have to breathe, what do you call that? You're so exhausted, then you breathe. Oh? The sun, you see? Because you're so tired, exhausted. There's no shamatha. Then we try to teach others. So like these things. Instead of doing this kind of teaching, causality. Causality is not a Buddhist belief. It's such a relation with the moralities. Causality is such a complex subject. Some people think karma is nothing, it's kindergarten, but you don't know how profound teachings exist here. Milarepa said, your understanding of emptiness is easier than the understanding of the subtle, the causalities. Because emptiness you can understand through the quantum physics theory, You see, said modern scientists, quantum physics theory, then they investigated all the dust particles, and at the end they found nothing, only emptiness. That's a scientific theory. So through this kind of you understand. But the scientists cannot explain about the role of the causality. Only Buddha's wisdom can capture this. Look at the peacock's feather. How many different colors it has. Even in one feather. Oh, the multicolor, this all. Each and every color has cause to produce that. And that only Buddha's wisdom can explain, he said. That's what Buddhists call omniscient, knowing everything. So you should understand you see the sophisticated kind of the complexity of the causalities. Everything functions within the framework of the causality. Look at the world, so sophisticated, the whole system. Look at now. We have created the cause and manifesting the result from that cause. Each and every has a cause. So that's why you see, we just appreciate Buddha's wisdom and then appreciate Buddha's compassion, how Buddha taught all these teachings, And I always say this, we should practice Dharma so joyfully. So I'm so fortunate, having met the Buddha's teaching in my life. Look at each individual's mind. Very complex. All these modern psychologists, psychiatrists, neuroscientists, they're working hard about the mind. Sometimes they have a frustration because they try to get information from the machine, technologies, but they cannot get everything. But the mind's movement is so intense, so much. And they know the mind is more than machine, but they cannot get it. They are frustrated. They are working, making the machine more sophisticated so that it can capture the mind. But it will be not possible, I should say. Very difficult. Unless the great scientists, they meditate, as Siddhartha did. If one scientist could do this 3 training, then can make difference. Until then, I think the scientist is very difficult to find total. It's called inner space, the outer space, inner space. So we should all understand that. Make your mind friend yourself. Don't make your mind as enemy. By the practice of loving kindness, compassion, Bodhitta is the mental power. Read this, very clear, read life story of Milarepa. Because of Milarepa's perfection of his meditation, he went into the yak home. Remember? The yak home was not bigger. He was not smaller. But he fits in the yak home perfectly spacious. Like your eyes, whole mountains, you can see by your small, teeny, eyes, you can see whole mountain, big, huge mountain. In your eyes, you see, your eyes are small. Look at the mountain, so big. But Milarepa went into the yak home because his perfection of his meditation, the mind training, the 3 It's mentioned the three training. Since we are not perfected, so our even few fingers doesn't go in the yapon. No? We're stuck there. Okay, so these are perfections. Okay. So I was explaining this, in the Vajrayana, as mentioned, the empowerment ceremony, and then the arising stage, completion stage, all dissolve into emptiness, all those systems. And Vajrayana, there's so many other more teachings, as you know, there are many Vajrayana teachings. You practice the generation and completion stages and then dedicate. There's nothing that is not included in the great vehicle. So this all is just short. There's no any other Buddha's teachings, this exists outside of this. All included within this. And final estimation, making sure you have done good dedication. Since this sequence of instruction is extremely profound, I have not written it down. It's so precious, profound. I've not written for a long time. Said, please practice in accordance with these words with great diligence, you see. So once you receive these teachings, please appreciate. See, this is something precious. Will make you a difference if you practice yourself. Don't waste your life. Always contemplate impermanence. Remind the suffering of samsara. On the basis of that, then practice loving kindness, compassion, and the bodhitta. And that will give you such a great joy, peace in your life. And you can help to other sentient beings. So please do this. So you see here, by this root of virtue, and the virtues collected in the 3 times by me, Lord Jigta Sunggu, and the entirety of samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain the unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious Bodhi, means Buddhahood. Everyone achieve Buddhahood. Have you found now some special, isn't it, here? So I try to, here today, try to explain as much as I can to make clear and beneficial, not just intellectual, not just I'm lecturing, but how to put it to practice, how to be used to this. Our life is so precious. The human potential is really precious. If one make mistake, can harm to so many people. If some can do some the good things, can help to so many people. Like you see the bombs they made, all these weapons they made. See how destructive they are. How many people that harm, destroy their life. So sad. See, this is human intelligence created that. we call enemy. There's not really any enemies. Enemy at this morning I mentioned on the mental, the three crowns, the three portions of the mind is real enemy, not the sentient beings. That's the one we have to destroy. But to destroy that, we need the weapons of the wisdom, Bodhitta. No other can destroy them. So meditate this. First, we be grateful to Buddha who taught these teachings. Going around, we have chance to study, practice them. So precious. Gives us some breathing, some kind of light in the darkness. The samsara is very dark. So in the darkness of the samsara, there's some light of the wisdom. That you can enjoy your life, practice Dharma every day. This is not a religious training, it's a training of the mind. You appreciate, rejoice. This wisdom you can use anywhere you go. Okay, now, if you have any questions, I didn't give you any, a chance to ask questions. I now want to see the display of your wisdom. Yes.
I'm afraid this is going to be
Oh.
because I'm afraid what I am going to say is
Oh.
come out as just words.
Oh.
But when I've been listening to you today, realizing how vast the mind is,
Yes.
there can't be a past or future.
Oh.
It has to be totally present in that place.
Yes, there is a past, you see.
So whatever you do,
Yes.
whatever you do that is beneficial,
Mm.
is beneficial to the past and the future,
Yeah.
because they really don't exist.
Mm.
So when we dedicate, we're dedicating to an interconnection.
Yes.
And I don't know what that does. What does that mean? So you have this vast mind, so does that encourage you
Yes.
to do even more good things?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Not sure what.
I'm not sure what I'm saying.
Yes.
I have this incredible feeling
Yes.
that there's this vast mind.
Yes.
Must be something that we can't even comprehend in some way.
Yes.
Only somehow meditation.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, meditation can help you. Meditation can help you to understand more. No?
But could you just kind of go insane? I mean, the concept is so amazing.
It's so much, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
At least you got me thinking.
it's a paradox, isn't it? It's so complex, simple, And there is, of course, in a sense, the concept of the past, concept of the future, now, all this there, But at the same time, as I mentioned, past is past, gone. Whatever went wrong is wrong. Right is right, Now you cannot do so much. But at present, you can do all what you can.
Is that also why when you die, the whole world
Yes.
dies?
Yes.
Your whole world.
Yeah, your whole world dies.
And so you begin your life again with maybe less baggage.
Yeah.
Or more virtue.
Yeah, all the virtues. So you see, as this morning mentioned, when you, in your mind, when you maintain the loving kindness within you, just breathe in all the loving kindness of the Buddha into you, and all your mental confusions nowhere exist. In your mind, it's just nothing but loving kindness. At that moment, your mind is total peace. That's the causality.
And that's what I'm aiming for. The words I aim for the total peace.
Yes, total peace. You see? So as soon as when your mind, that loving kindness disappeared, occupied by the anger, anxiety, then there's nothing but suffering.
So there is value in it.
You see?
That's
Yeah.
what I've always been looking for.
Yeah, so it's a habit, So we try to change the habit. We try to change the habit of the suffering, replaced by habit of the peace and happiness. See, it's in our hand. Yes.
Just a thank you, gratitude to remind me us of all the interconnectedness. Things I sometimes forget. The sun, the earth, the seed, flower, one without the other doesn't.
Yes. We forget so much. But like when you drive, you see, look roadside, so beautiful there. Beautiful flowers, greens, We just appreciate. Make offering to all the larger beings. We don't need to pick up the flowers from the ground, bring them up here in the shrine, Let them grow there and make offering. Yes.
Okay, trying to understand this idea of dependence. I'm trying to understand this idea of dependent arising. When you add the word dependent to arising, does it change the meaning anyhow? Because in Western philosophy, you have the idea that everything arises has a cause. Is dependent arising something more than saying that or not?
Can you repeat that again?
Okay.
Western
When you
saying?
add the word dependent to arising,
Yes.
doesn't change the meaning anyhow. In Western philosophy, you have the idea that everything arises from a cause.
Yes.
That's not a new idea to Western philosophy.
That's right.
Is dependent arising saying anything more than that or not?
Western way of talking about still not reaching more details. Some roughly ideas, but don't have very details, don't have the subtleties. But Buddha's wisdom is reaches the most subtle. So they call outer interdependence, inter-interdependence, the secret interdependence, the ultimate interdependence.
Yes. And saying you just don't want to go into all the details because of
Yes, that emptiness itself is nothing but interdependent.
right?
The interdependent itself nothing but is empty. There's no separation.
So the ideas are different.
Yeah. No, not so different, but approaching, similar. But it's a matter of being more due to the mental power, mental capacity, how you capture it.
So, enlightened people just understand
Yeah.
causality in a more profound
More
way.
profoundly, more detailed,
Right.
no? You see,
But to us ordinary people, we just think of it as plain old causality.
yes, that's is something to do with your mental obscuration. More you purify mental obscurations, then your mental, what you call the clarity. You know the word effulgence? Effulgence.
Effulgence?
Effulgence.
It's just a word, but how does that apply to causality?
Yes, clarity, you know.
Clarity?
Yes, when your mind is more clear, more purified, then you can capture the more subtlety.
The more subtle interconnections.
Yes, you can understand more subtle interconnection.
Okay.
So from there you can then understand about the nature of the emptiness.
So just understanding plain old cause and effect is just the first step on the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Yes.
Bernie, in the Western tradition you're referring to, are they also taking into account the mind part of it, or like conceptual designation?
No, it's just a general principle in Western philosophy called the principle of sufficient reason to say that everything has a cause and they try to draw certain conclusions out of that. But it's generally accepted, well, I can't say anything is accepted in Western philosophy, but it's widely accepted that that's true, that everything has a cause. Everything that comes into existence has a cause for its existence. So, I mean, certainly it's well believed in science, for example. But yeah, I just wanted to know if there was a difference between the Western and the East ideas of causality.
When you are going through the empirically, you know, I don't think there's so much difference there. As I mentioned, only difference is subtlety and more subtle and very subtle. That may be a difference there.
There's Western philosophy.
Well, Western philosophy, emptiness generally is a Buddhist concept. You won't find it outside of Buddhism, except in certain Japanese philosophers who were influenced by Buddhism. So they will not find a discussion of emptiness in Western philosophy. So,
Yes.
Then, is there a difference between cause and effect? If it's all interconnection,
Yes, cause and effect.
yeah, then it's all emptiness. So is there a cause and effect?
Yeah.
When you come right down to it, what you're talking about emptiness.
Yeah. Cause and effect and cause and result. Ability too different, I think. Cause and effect is something, can be anything, you know. But result is more precise. Yeah. Cause and result. See, effect is not necessarily direct result. It's effect. You know, it's there's of course it's come closer, you know, but not totally. I think communicates.
This is very personal.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to start meditating on this, cause and effect seems to be this kind of dialect.
Yes.
And am I going to just go into a place where there is no emptiness, where there is no peace? I mean, can't I just visualize it and be there?
Yes.
Is that possible?
Yeah, that's when you do some meditation practices. And then you see, when you have such good meditation, that the pain, you see the pain is not exist. You see, When your meditation is released, the pains comes. No.
Well, that's a long time from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also, you see, in one course, there are so many results. It's called ripening result. A result closer to cause, closer kind of effect, and they call the dominant result. So if you read Jewel Ornament of Liberation, look at each cause. There are three or four different results each. Yes.
I would say the past is just a memory, and the future is just a dream, and the present is always going away.
Yes.
So it seems like the 3 times really are just an illusion, but they're not really like actual things. Is that true?
Yeah, everything. From these 3 analyses, you understand everything is like illusion. So all these are illusion. We think you are real, I'm real, so we two real are communicating, you know. But actually we two are illusory communicating. Our communication is also illusion.
How do you break free from the illusion?
Yes. So then you say, there's nothing serious, you know. We are communicating in the illusion, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream. Yes.
One of the modern problems we have today is pollution.
Modern
problems?
modern problems.
Yes.
What modern problem?
Pollution,
Pollution.
right? It causes
Yeah.
lots of health.
No,
It's
we created pollution,
Yes.
you know.
It is.
So we have to stop.
Okay.
If we want to free from that pollution, we have to stop the cause for the pollution.
Very true. But how also, when everything comes from primordial purity, and we should maintain that purity?
Yeah. Yes.
How do we apply that to pollution? And
Yes.
when we do need to get rid of it,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
We shouldn't stop creating it because it harms people, and we
Yes.
shouldn't harm people.
That's right.
So how do we properly, as Buddhists, get rid of it while also maintaining primordial purity?
So you continue that meditation.
So,
Yes.
I think I'm kind of working with this gentleman, just talking something similar.
Yeah.
So I emailed you maybe 6 months ago now. I
Oh.
was talking about I was a little worried about the way the world seems to be going,
Going in the wrong direction.
all that kind of stuff. And you said the more it's just samsara.
Yes.
And I thought about that for many days.
Yes.
I guess it is samsara.
Yes.
But within the workings of samsara,
Yes.
like what is the better practice to try to help to promote more positive healing and change when you have different people that have very opposing views and some are
Yes.
violent or harmful or hurtful,
Yes.
or you have pollution and you have things that, so you have all this hell realm.
Yes.
You know, so in all the realms of samsara,
Yes.
you know, are simultaneously happening all the time.
Yes.
What is going on? So in our minds, we see that.
Yes.
So like how does one, or what is a good practice? Like with Bodhitta in action, like what is a good action to make?
Now, regarding to the concept or the role of the karma, that's called individual karma, collective karma. You know, so individual karma is you yourself. You are responsible. You have the responsibility. So if you are practicing, like this morning, as mentioned, of practice of loving kindness, compassion, yourself, you know. You have all the benefit. So if you are doing with the 2 people, those 2 individuals will have the benefit. 3 will benefit. So it's individual. You see, it's called individual kind of karma. So use that. It may help others, but they have to experience their karma, whatever they have created. See, so that's why I say our message should go everywhere, if we can. Because just by just saying prayers, may everybody feel happiness and free from suffering. We said this prayer for yourself, and you are saying that, and you will get the benefit. Others, they have their own responsibility. But we have to expand our mind. We're creating cause somehow in the future. Then we can achieve that, so then we can be influential like Buddha did. Buddha himself, one individual, he practiced for so many lifetimes, eventually attained Buddhahood. And then he sent a message to all. So wherever this message goes, and every place those who adopt his message, people get benefits. But who don't accept this, and of course they have no cause. This is, you see. So that's why we should understand the individual cause, collective cause. Collective cause, there's a group collective cause. And as mentioned, town, collective cause, and the city, and then the state, then the country, and all. It's very complex. But our own benefit, we just practice this yourself. Say, right now, I have the authority for myself to do all these things. My message may not accepted by others. Then it doesn't help if I'm being upset. So I'm telling you, I'm telling you the right things to do, The world is in the wrong place because of you, And that person will fight to you. So that's why I say you do the right things, or what you can, and then try to help others. If they accept, it's wonderful. If they don't accept, then you develop more practice of the patience, loving kindness, compassion.
So love.
Yes. So this is something that we need such a great courage. You see, that's called real courageous mind. A small mind like myself cannot do this.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could you give me any advice? I have trouble having confidence in rebirth, and there being many lifetimes and past lifetimes.
Yes.
And which is also makes it hard too, because karma really kind of relies on there being past and future lifetimes for it to make sense as well.
Yes.
Do you have any advice to kind of help me with that? Or I don't know if that's something for yourself, if you ever had to try to figure out
You mean the life?
Yes, like the belief in past lives.
Yes.
It's hard for me sometimes.
Yes, I understand. It's very complex. Just as mentioned, the three training, I just repeatedly mentioned. The second, if you have samadhi, you know the word samadhi?
Yes.
If you have such samadhi, then so powerful that there is three great qualities will come from that. Great bliss and clarity and non-conceptual thoughts. So, means when you have such meditative state, then your mind is so peaceful, nothing bothers you. That's great bliss. Then when you do this practice here, then all our mental obscurations subside, obscurations. Not maybe uprooted, but subside. And then you see it very clear. According to the text is mentioned, you like sit here, meditating there, and you can see the outside of the house. What's happening? It's transparent. So we don't need a hidden camera. You know? And then because of that, then you see, like say, you can, through that meditation, then you can see when you are in the mother's womb. And then after that you see when you go further and further, then how you enter in the mother's womb. Then you see how it came about. Before that, you see, the mind becomes so clear. Then you see many previous lives, maybe like 100 lifetimes, maybe like say 500 lifetimes. In the case of Buddha, then because all the obscurations are totally taken care of, purified, so Buddha sees like the beginning of this world. There's no beginning. Could see that. Because there's no beginning, there's no end. So Buddha's mind is limitless. So that's what happens. So since we don't see that, so we say Buddhists believe previous life. And some say that we don't believe previous life. It doesn't mean that they see there's no beginning life, but they don't see it. You see? So that's what happened. So we said how your mind started. Just look at your mind. Your mind just goes ever. There's no somewhere your mind is started. And as well, your future mind is gone forever. When you realize, then the confusion is stopped. That's the end of the suffering. If the confusion is not stopped, not purified, and the suffering continues. So since we don't see it, then we have to believe. But we believe because like Buddha taught, not just say, I don't believe, it's not exist, not something like that.
And there's many practitioners other than Buddha who have been able to see that as well, right?
Yes, there are many, yes, believe, yeah. Yes. How was today's session? Good? Yeah. So these are very important, you know, real to understand our practice. When you purify this mind this way, you know, there's different mental obscurations called leji tiba, nyomo tiba, sheji tiba, nyuju tiba. In Tibetan we call, you know, the obscurations of the karma, the obscurations of mental afflictions, the obscurations of the wisdom, the obscurations of the meditation. You know, there are so many different types of obscurations. See? So we need to take care of those things to really to understand those. So first we understand about these different types of the obscurations. Then it's just when you study, you understand it through this, then you say, oh, yeah, it makes sense. Yes.
You mentioned the three qualities of samadhi. I got bliss, clarity. What was the third one?
Non-conceptual thoughts means it's not just not thinking. You no need to think because everything is so precise. So it's called non-conceptual thoughts. In Tibetan, it's called De Sel Mitop. Yeah.
I study psychology, and Carl Jung
Yeah, Carl Jung.
comes up when I think of Buddhism in connection to spirituality and psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And he teaches about collective unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels to me like, although he's not that I know of ever said that the collective unconscious
Collective unconscious.
is reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if you had any thoughts about that. But reincarnation in many religions is just not something that
Mm-hmm.
exists. I'm not Catholic, so no offense. Heaven, hell, and whatever the one is in between. And if we don't believe in that, does the idea of the collective unconscious help to balance this idea of reincarnation?
Mm-hmm. I think reincarnation or rebirth, maybe we have to make two different distinctions.
Yes.
Reincarnate means you're born consciously. That's, as mentioned, highly accomplished meditative state. There's no obscurations in the mind. You can see precisely the future, where to born, where to go. So those highly accomplished meditative state, then they just precisely see the way there's rebirth need to take place. So it's called reincarnation. Rebirth, you just reborn according to your karma that you cannot see. Like we go to sleep, that's it, and we're just like a dead. And next day when we wake up, so I have a dream, maybe no dream, So there's a rebirth. So I think we have to make that kind of distinction, reincarnation and rebirth. And you mentioned unconscious, collective unconscious. Collective unconsciousness, when you have such color, when your mind is so traumatized, and you are such lucky going through a heroin, by that kind of conditions, then you are totally within that state of suffering. You cannot think of anything. You become like unconscious. So a lot of our past life we forget because of that. Like when you read the jewel ornament of liberation at the time of birth, it's mentioned the mother and the child go through a lot of suffering. And the child is go through so much suffering, and that moment at the time of birth, and the child the child born with such a crying, helplessly screaming, means because of pain. I said that caused to forget so much of the past. So those are highly accomplished in the meditation practice, so that they see the nature of the suffering and they're born consciously. So there's this kind of see. So this measure, the meditation, the samadhi, is a big difference. And then those are totally endowed with the wisdom, means this prajna, special insight wisdom. Then with samadhi, they're born without suffering. And then they can remember the past so precisely. But there's some individual also born, I heard, because, there's some child, when they're like 3 years, 4 years, can tell their previous life. So has two mothers. They die when they're young, and they're reborn, and this life's mother, last life's mother. There are stories like that. Okay? Now we are good? Okay, so.
Good for now.
Now please, today, if you're coming tomorrow, I thought we'd do, there's a, as you in the text, there's a short Guru Yoga. It's very good, for us. We don't have time to do very long Guru Yoga. And Guru Yoga is the essence of the Vajrayana practice. Such a great purification. You can use this life at the time of death all the time, So I thought we should do that. So those who can come. Okay? But if you have any suggestions, we can do that as well. But this is my idea, because this Guru Yoga is so rich in the meaning, so profound, but very short. You can do it within half an hour, 20 minutes, So those who would like to come, we can do that tomorrow morning. Do you agree? Okay, so we do that. So for now, today, I try to explain as whatever I could, and this is sharing. As I mentioned, I'm doing this for the service of the Buddha and for the service of people that I know here. There are some people we met many years, and still many are died, in Baltimore area as well. Many people died, are old friends, but still those who are here with us. So I feel so grateful. I see, I see this is such a precious opportunity. So to repay your interest is so precious. Your taking time is very precious, and I try to be very helpful. I'm not so smart when you come to this philosophy-wise. There are some teachers who has a great philosophy, professors. I'm not a great professor, but I try to explain what importance of the teachings for our life. And then you do this in your life, and then you can, if you like, you can share with others to help. So we can help the world in this way better. This is our contribution, what we can do. Yeah? Okay, now please take it first, deep breath. Expand your chest and stomach. And exhale, release all the stress. Once more, please inhale fully. And exhale. And once more, please inhale fully. And exhale. Now please reflect today's, this morning, all the teachings that we went through, discussions, meditate on these before we forget. Sometimes we forget very easily. So bring into your mind stream and keep in the store of the mindfulness. So I will not forget these things. They are very helpful in our daily life. And also this I can use at the time of death, when I go to sleep, when I meet people. I will use these wisdoms of the teachings of the Buddha. So I'm so grateful I have this precious human life. Since we all need peace and happiness, I will carry on this message in my daily life to help myself, to help others. We just meditate. And then we say the dedication prayers, the longer one.
Please open the prayer book to page 28. We are going to do from page 28 through page 31. Dorje Cheng, Chilopa, Naropa, Marpa, and Lord Rinpoche. Please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessings of all the Pali Lamas. By this virtue may I achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies of confusion. May all who travel on the ways of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health. I pray that the Lama may have long life. I pray that your Dharma activities spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddhas who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of unchanging Dharma and Sangha, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, fine Buddha lineage lamas, divine Sakalya Kidams and Sakalis of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Yogis, Yoginis, and Nikhinis, dwelling in the 10 directions. Please hear I pray. May the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings and they may through the virtue not result in the 8 worldly concerns, support causes of sorrow, or return as a Sherpa May all other sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me in mind, obstructors who harm, deceiving harms and lords of demons, experience happiness, separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for eternal moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta. And through that, may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of knowledge in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong views. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of mind as such, and the pervading clarity of Brahman. May I in any case gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the martyrdom.
Thank you.
Bye.
This is the Cadiz. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Thank you all, Zoom people. Thank you very much for joining us. And tomorrow we'll try and be on time, and hopefully we'll be able to deal with our Wi-Fi, internet issues, and be timely on time. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye.
Do we